Well, Husson University's 23rd annual wheelchair basketball tournament taking place at the Newman Gymnasium yesterday. The free event showed participants just how much athleticism goes into wheelchair basketball. $1,200 worth of prizes were raffled off to benefit the Physical Therapy Student Travel Fund. The fund enables PT students to attend conferences and educational opportunities that supplement their classwork.
We're trying to bring awareness to the difficulties of being in a wheelchair, and it kind of is an enlightening thing where you realize just how hard it is to navigate, and just to bring some awareness to it. And
now, those unable to attend are still welcome to donate. We have more information on how to do so on our website.